Listen to this. Well, no. Yeah, except all the money then goes to one person. Donation distributed out.
Yeah.
State law requires this body to announce at this time that a copy of the current Meetings Act is available at the back of the room where it is accessible to the public. Weiss. Here. Teller.
Here.
Wolf.
Here.
Gibbons.
Here.
Harrington.
Here.
Euchre.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
All rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item agenda 1, the consent agenda. Approve this agenda, pay the claims as submitted, and approve the treasurer's report for December 2023.
So moved.
Larry? Dale?
Harrington.
Yes.
Euchre.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Wolf.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
You.
Item agenda 2, approve the minutes of the January 2nd, 2024 regular council meeting. Trent? Corey?
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Abstain.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Wolf.
Abstain.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
Euchre.
Yes.
Open public forum. Anybody for public forum this evening? All right, we'll close public forum. Item 4, consider the second reading of Ordinance 2470, repealing sections 2-250 and 2-206. I misspoke. It's section 2-205 and 2-206 of the Holdrege Municipal Code related to the Board of Plumbing, Board of Plumbing Examiners and the Board of Electrical Examiners, respectively.
Second reading, ordinance 2470. An ordinance amending chapter 2, article 2 of the Holdrege Municipal Code related to commissions and boards, to repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time described when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Holdrege, Nebraska.
Okay, Ben and Dale.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Dale seconded.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Wolf.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
Euchre.
Abstain.
Johnson.
Yes.
Item 5, consider the second reading of Ordinance 2471, vacating the alley between lots 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, Block 23, original town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska.
Second reading, ordinance 2471. An ordinance to vacate that portion of the alley between lots 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, Block 23, original town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska, to repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time described when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Holdrege, Nebraska.
Ben? Corey second?
Smith.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbons,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Item Agenda 6, consider the second reading of Ordinance 2472, vacating that portion of North Railroad Street adjacent to the south side of Block 23, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska.
Second reading, ordinance 2472. An ordinance to vacate that portion of North Railway Street adjacent to the south side of Block 23, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska. To repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time prescribed when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Holdrege, Nebraska.
I'll make the motion.
Ben?
I'll second.
Nick?
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbons,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Item Agenda 7, consider the second reading of Ordinance 2473, vacating the portion of Tilden Street between Block 23 and Block 29, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska.
Second reading, ordinance 2473. An ordinance to vacate a portion of Tilden Street between Block 23, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska, and Block 29, first addition to the city of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska. To repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time described when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Holdrege, Nebraska.
Make a motion to approve it.
Larry?
Second.
And Dale seconds.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Item Agenda 8, consider the second reading of Ordinance 2474, vacating the portion of the west 20 feet of Grant Street adjacent to Block 23, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska.
Second reading, ordinance 2474. An ordinance to vacate a portion of the west 20 feet of Grant Street adjacent to Block 23, original Town of Holdrege, Phelps County, Nebraska. To repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time described when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Holdrege, Nebraska.
Trent moves.
Second.
Larry will second. Thank you.
Johnson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbons,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre.
Yes.
Item Agenda 9, consider an update and the budget request from the Nebraska Prairie Museum.
Hello,
Good evening.
hello. I greatly would rather be coming on the weather that I last saw you all at in July. It's yeah, it's been kind of nutty. Requesting the funds that you guys had budgeted back when the last time I met you guys. I didn't need to come tonight. It's just kind of a nice face-to-face, just an appreciation for you guys budgeting that. Every single year, that fund directly goes into our operational expenses. That goes towards the mission of the organization. And this year, at the end of the month here, we're hiring a curator. And so his name is Sam Bonsoff. His dad used to be the manager of Marketplace before it closed. And bringing him on brings a whole new staff in that. And so we are really looking out for some more support, especially going into our operation expenses. You'll be able to see in real time, a lot of our displays are going to be updated, inventory and things like that that are really critical for a museum to be at our caliber and be professional. And so he's going to be, he already has his first 5 projects already scheduled out. And this late spring, early summer, we have slated a exhibit that's going to be a sod house replica. It's going to be made out of faux materials and stuff like that, so we're not going to have bugs and worms and stuff like that from sod in the museum. I'd hate that. But this will be really cool because it's going to be right in the front. This is going to be one of the first areas where guests come in and sets that guest expectations for what they're going to see in exhibit. And you know, sod houses really only existed in Phillips County for maybe 30 years. People did not want to live in them. It was a short stopgap measure. And so, but we still want to feature it. It's a very iconic thing for Phelps County's history. And so this last year, we had really great turnouts for our programming, and we're going to be continuing that as well. The gentleman that's going to be working on the sod house, I forgot to mention, he is the lead architect for like Cabela's, Bass Pros, and like their taxidermy mountains and stuff. He's the main architect for that. Really cool resume, so it's really kind of nice to work with him. And so anything that can go into like our operations and stuff like that is an enormous help, especially with inflation. And so you'll probably be hearing me again from me next year. But yeah, I just appreciate what you guys all do and help for us. And I really do think we do a lot for the city and for the county as well, and we want to continue that. So if any of you have in your personal lives, personal businesses, or even the city of Holdrege, if there's anything that we can help with, either research or development, if you want to know what a house used to look like or anything like that, we've got most of the pictures of most of the houses and most of the streets. So we have a lot of resources out there too. So yeah, I appreciate coming and talking with you guys again. Any questions or anything for me?
When did you say you're supposed to start?
End of the month. Yeah, he's interned with us the last 2 summers. I was able to pay him some this last summer, and I didn't want him to go off and work somewhere else. He had really, I mean, we got so much done over this last summer of what takes me a year to do. And so I can focus on some of my other hats that I wear, and he can focus on the exhibit development, which is really, really cool. So you're going to see a lot of cool stuff as we evolve on our social media and stuff like that. You'll keep updates.
Can I ask you a question? Did you say in the beginning that you already submitted something to the city?
Back in when you guys were putting together your budget allocations, every year I come and just say, hey, please budget a donation for the organization, and I'm just requesting what you had budgeted.
Thank you for the update.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, awesome. Look forward to seeing you guys out there. Tomorrow is National Museum Selfie Day. So if you want to come out and take a selfie at the museum, that's the time.
Inside.
Well, it's supposed to be about 20.
I'm short tomorrow. Wait, that's all high schoolers and middle schoolers.
Yeah, really.
Thank you.
Thanks, Micah.
Thanks.
Items 10 through 14 will be considered at the February 6th council meeting. We'll just leave it at that. Let us now move on to item 15, open discussion. And Chief?
Too much. We interviewed a person for dispatch today and should be giving them an offer tomorrow. So hopefully that works well.
Okay.
But nothing else.
Will that fill just?
We'll still have one opening.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Thank you. Dave?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Chris?
I put some information on the table in case you get questioned about the proposed EPIC tax that they're discussing throughout the state. So it should answer most of your questions. If you have a question that you can't answer, let me know and I can see if I can figure out the answer for you. That's all I got.
Okay, thank you.
Kim, great job on guys in the streets. Hopefully we don't get too much more, but. Huh? Took your thunder? Yeah, I usually forget. I did today. So, no, hats off to them. Thank you. They're not now.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I was out quite a bit, seen them. They're pretty busy, doing a great job, as usual.
Good, thank you.
That's it.
Ditto, and in addition, Chief, I'd like to tell the dispatch crew they're doing a good job. I had a couple incidences this weekend. They had to dispatch some of the city water department on our behalf a couple times, so.
I will let them know.
Johnny on the spot. Great job. City water guys responded well. Appreciate that. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks for the, again, like the rest, thanks for the good work on snow removal and absolutely terrible conditions, and appreciate their efforts and being safe. So, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, ditto that, just hope we don't get too much more.
Stacy?
Another ditto, I guess. I don't have anything else.
Great. Oh,
Nothing, saying thanks to the city.
Same here. Thank you guys.
Natalie?
Nothing else from you?
I have the 1 and 6 year plan, want to get it possibly approved next council meeting. I believe Dane's got it in your packet. We're going to add on the 1 year plan Hill Street and use some of the NDOT money that we get to help pave that.
All right. Nothing? I have nothing. Again, Kim, good job on all the work and the effort put in, and all the other times.